training sessions, and exhilarating race days. We remain consistent, our craft unwavering. We're here to watch you improve and to conquer. Our heritage lives on. Welcome to the Ohana.
All right. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. What is today, Doug?
6th?
Today's
8th? Lost a
Who
couple
knows,
of
right? Eighth. Let us know, everyone, if you guys could hear us. We're testing out a new mic. Yeah, this is cool intro music. Mark has upped the game a lot. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to up the game. Happy Friday. If you guys could hear us, I think that's a yes for the sound. So cool.
We're getting no names though.
We're getting Facebook user. Oh wow. Well, hey, maybe something's messed up. So if I don't call you guys out by name, it's because what is currently showing up into my my feed is usually your names, but just showing Facebook user. So happy Friday to all. Thanks for joining us. I am joined today by my boss, colleague, friend, Doug Vargo here. If you guys haven't met Doug before or seen his underpants in Atlantic City, Doug is the CEO of Zoot Castelli North America. So we wanted to bring him on, talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on with the brands, give you a chance to ask questions to Doug. We're going to dig a little bit into how he came into this role, how he got into triathlon, and then what the future brings with the Ironman announcement. We'll talk about a camp, which is going to hit your guys' inbox in about 5 minutes. And we'll do some other stuff too. So has he given you a raise yet? Yeah.
I don't know. We've got to fix this so I know who's saying these comments.
Always, right? The cost of living is getting very expensive. You know what he has given me, guys? Like, do you see these things right here? Like, when I first started doing these, I was completely zero grays. And
as I've said to Mark recently at a bunch of events, we pay, you guys are the ones that are paying him. Every time a Team Zooter comes up to him at an event, wants a selfie with him, I said to him, there's $1,000 of value in kind right there, Mark.
And if you guys, I apologize in advance. Doug is from Australia, so he talks a little funky. If you guys can't understand him, just let me know. We'll have him repeat it. Yes, at events, one of my favorite things is meeting you guys. We meet a ton of people, a ton of Team Zooters and other athletes. We try to go to as many events as possible. We will be going to even more events next year, which is pretty cool. So a lot of you guys, I've like Beth from Louisiana. She's probably not watching, but I'm old. Okay, my memory's gone and my memory sucks. So it takes maybe about multiple times of meeting someone for it to stick, and it has stuck for a lot of people, and it does bring us true joy when you guys at least stop by if we're at an expo and say hi, both of us and everyone, whoever is working the expos, which is pretty cool. What does bum us out is when you guys walk by and no one says hi. We're like, oh, maybe that person should be off the team. So but it's pretty cool. So a couple of things I wanted to house cleaning items. If you guys do not know, if you are brand new to Team Zoot, my name is Mark. Like I said, this is Doug. What we do is we try to get together most Fridays, reach out. We'll have partners on, we'll have guests on. We'll talk about some new stuff. So join us here. Mark your calendars every Friday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, which is new for us. And so we'll try to meet more often. Although we will not meet next week because I will be in Arizona, cheering, supporting, and losing my voice once again to all the Team Zooters and athletes that are racing in Arizona. So next week we'll be in Arizona. A couple things I want to share this to you before we get into Doug's thing, because I got this yesterday, and I just want to do like
I'll just sit here quietly.
A little unboxing. So this is a Rudy Project helmet. the Scudo, which is not, it's been around for, I don't know how long. It's kind of like, I think it's like a lower price point helmet for them, and we get 35% off. But I got this thing yesterday, and I'm like stoked on it. Like, it looks really cool. I'm currently riding the Egos right now, which is one of their new road helmets, and like, this thing is just, it's awesome. It's compact. It doesn't give your head a full mushroom look, which I was pretty cool. It's got some reflective stuff on the back. Anyway, check this one out. We do get 35% off with Rudy. I just put in a request for some more stuff for photo shoots and myself, and that was one thing that came. So I want to share with you guys because it was pretty cool. Also, we have a huge Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale coming up for you guys. So I'll tell you about it right now. What we're going to do is we're going to mark everything down, for the website, which we sorry, you're making me nervous.
I'm just here making sure Mark doesn't make too many promises.
Too many promises. What we will have is we'll have the whole website will be marked down. So your regular Team Zoot discount will not work for the sale periods, and which is kind of cool. You guys don't care about sales that much because you're on Team Zoot. We give you that killer discount, but what we're going to do for you guys is give everyone an extra 10% off everything on the website. So let's just say, I think all the LTD stuff is marked down 40%. The brand new stuff we're going to do is give you guys an extra 10%. What's 60? We have
60.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Don't worry, you'll get a lot of emails. So we have like different discount categories, 20, 30, 40, 50, or 20, 30, 40, 60, 80% off. And so you guys will get an additional 10% off your cart with the code. So we will be sending an email to you guys for there. So if there's stuff that you're waiting for, or you've been thinking about buying, or you want to redo your wardrobe, and like some of your old stuff, it's like dated just because it's been in there for a while, this will be a good opportunity. So how about some thermal cycling stuff? Your girl is freezing in Maine. Yes, 100%.
That is Jenna Austin.
Oh, Jenna. How come it's coming up on yours?
I have got my phone so we know who's actually making these comments.
Jenna. Who did this one? Hold on. Who did the Rays one? Yeah, who's this one?
The Rays one?
Oh, it just says this one says Facebook user too. Oh, weird. Anyway, love you guys, and I appreciate everything you guys do and all that you're trying to do for me. Okay, let me take a sip out of my LA Dodgers postseason cup too. You guys missed it in the office. Doug is a hardcore Padre fan.
Thankfully, Mark probably bought this cup because, as we all know, the Dodgers payroll is so extremely huge. They need to pay for that team somehow, so they sucker their fans into buying stuff for them.
Well, good thing it works because we are the World Series champions again, and the Padres still have 0. So, which is cool because I will talk trash for a whole nother season again. Okay, Doug, let's talk about. Actually, before, do you want to talk about the camp right now, or do you want to get into you? Because the email.
I'm here for whatever you want to do. So
okay,
you take the lead. If
okay,
the
you guys.
email's about to go out, you better mention it.
Okay, check your email box like right now. I think if it's not, it's starting to trickle out right now. I think I set it for 9:40 because I knew we'd be joined together today. But we're just in Kona for the World Championships, which is pretty cool. And as most of you guys know, that we brought on 5-time world champion Craig Alexander to be Zoot ambassador this year, which is really cool. And it was a rad experience because Craig is a guy who I looked up to as I was starting to take the sport like as a more seriously, I guess, as an age grouper. And I started doing half Ironmans and full Ironmans. Craig was winning Kona and winning the 70.3 World Championships. And so he was kind of an idol. And I, along with Doug, we're still fans. Like we love the sport. We love meeting these pros and working with them and stuff. And so when the opportunity came for Craig to kind of join forces with Team Zoot, we obviously jumped at it. And then to add to that, like we met him in Kona this year, and like the dude is like, talk about how cool he is.
He's just a really great guy. I mean, for those of you who were at Kona and you actually got to meet him, one thing that really impresses me about Craig is that he actually, like, we had a bit of an autograph thing signing going in our booth, and he actually will take the time. He doesn't just sign your autograph and send you on your way. Like, he genuinely takes the time to speak to everyone who comes up to him. And it was just really cool to see someone like that. Like, I mean, obviously in a place like Kona, there's tons of people who know him, want to speak to him, but he just gives everyone the time. And he's just a really genuine bloke. So I think anyone who is interested in this camp and can go there, you'll definitely get a ton of great time with Craig. And yeah, just great guy to speak to and meet.
Yeah, he was awesome. Obviously super knowledgeable as well. And we plan to be there from headquarters. And so if you guys check your email.
I'm getting a bunch of people saying that it is in their inbox right now.
Yes. And the cool thing about this is it's like, I think if you go to the Manalani homepage, which it's an awesome resort. If you guys have been up there, at about 30-40 minutes north of Kona proper.
Yeah, right? For those of you, a lot of people probably know where the Hilton Waikoloa Hotel is. It's right next door to that.
Yeah, where the 70.3.
Yeah, where the 70.3 is next
held.
door to that hotel as well.
So the first day we got there, we went up, we met Craig Alexander, and then we met the GM of the. Can we stay in this place? That'd be awesome. We met the GM of the hotel, who's a triathlete. What they're trying to do is they're trying to bring Kona as a destination spot for training camps and stuff. And so this is going to be in early March, or mid-March, which is like perfect time for everyone, especially if you're like Jenna, if you're in Maine and you want to get out of the winter, or the Midwest, or somewhere that the weather's not super great. You want to just get out of off your trainer. But we toured the resort, and they run a few camps there, and Craig really has it dialed in. There's running paths, there's routes, different length routes. There's bike routes,
full-size swimming pool with lanes,
full-size swimming pool. I mean, the beach and like all the other stuff is just, all the other amenities are really top notch. And Craig, I think he's, if you guys look at the page, I believe he's going to, take us to the energy lab. There will be some hard workouts for sure. But I don't think you have to be at any particular level to be able to come to this camp and enjoy this camp. And
then just a quick comment for Jenna. March is a prime ski time, but you can just quickly go to Hawaii, get yourself a tan, and then come back and get on the slopes.
Yeah. Skiing, what's that? Jeez, I haven't skied in so long. And the other thing about this camp is really cool. I say way too much. By the way,
you should have said like.
Yeah, I used to say.
I've got teenage girls, so if I say like a lot, I apologize.
I'm trying to work on my everybody. I apologize as well. But we learned about this too. If you guys look at the way the hotel is shaped.
They can't see you pointing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm pointing with my mouse. If you guys look at the way the hotel is shaped, the original builders of the hotel, Japanese, and this is pointing right towards Tokyo.
Really?
Right? Yeah. Do you miss that part?
I missed that part.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Which is really cool. So, one-on-one with Craig, lap pools, technique, get to know him. Obviously it's Team Zoot too. So we're going to have lots of laughs, lots of fun. I will drink my weight in Mai Tais once again, for sure. And the other cool thing about this is
that's a lot of Mai Tais.
That's a lot of Mai Tais.
That's a lot of Mai Tais.
I do plan to bring, I told my wife, I said, hey, just block this off on your calendar because of the resort, how cool the resort is, and the beach and the pools and stuff. If I go out for a ride with the camp or do some things, my wife and the kids could just chill out at the resort, and they really don't have to go anywhere. And if you guys have stayed up there before, there's a little shopping center, and it's really I was blown away really by the price of this thing. What is it?
You just went past it.
I just went past it.
Yeah, 1997.
1997 for double occupancy, which I think is actually might be cheaper than if you just go and book rooms at that place solo.
Because how many? It's 5 days, 4 days.
Yeah, it's 5 nights, I think. Hold on.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's limited is what I'm trying to get to you guys. These, if you're thinking about it, don't sleep on this because they will fill up quickly. And the reason why we are limiting this to 25 slots is that's the number that Craig said. If it goes really above 25, the 25-30 mark for him and his coaches, it's really hard to get one-on-one time with all the attendees and give everyone the really focused attention that maybe some people deserve or want. So we're still relying on your team captains to have like the low budge, fun, get together regional camps. Those are still happening in your region. This is just another offering because you guys have been asking. And so we are providing, and and I'll bite the bullet and go and hang out with you guys in Kona. I will do that for you guys.
I had to twist his arm to do it, but he's agreed.
I will do it. I mean, I'm like, there's a lot of travel this next year, but I will do that one. Plus, we are planning on doing some racing this year, so it'll be a really good kick in the pants for both of us to kind of get out there and start for the season. Because last time I raced Doug, he beat me.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, because I want to go into Doug and I want to go into Doug's journey next. But well, the last couple times he had the opportunity to race and he was injured. But the last time we went head to head was 2018.
That was
a really long time ago in Indian Wells. It was the first year of Indian Wells, which BTW we will also be in December at Indian Wells. And I will not be racing. Sean will. It's too cold for me. But we raced the super cold year of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And like Doug just smashed me. It was like the worst race I ever had, and probably the best race Doug has had in a while.
No, it's just an average race for me.
Yeah.
It's an average race.
I mean, I was just destroyed, and it kind of got us to thinking, and we want to talk to you guys a little bit about this. Is like, we're a little bit older now. Like at least I'm a bit older from when I started doing this sport, and it's so rad that even talking to Craig, we'll bring him back into it. Like everyone goes through the same stuff, and there's no like being injured, and like we're just talking today. Doug has an Achilles issue he's trying to get over. I like broke my back this morning at the gym, and you should see me. It's like I'm hobbling this morning, and I'm like popping ibuprofen, but we really do take for granted being able to use our bodies and move and be healthy. And it's really interesting that we choose this like pretty hard thing to do for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of get bummed out when we can't do it. Right.
And that's one of the reasons I love going to events and seeing a lot of you Team Zooters. And there's a couple here on the chat who've commented, and I don't want to say how much older you are than me, but just seeing like Brian Dunn, I see you on the comments, and Dave Miller, I saw you at Kona too. Like seeing you guys that are, a bit older than us two, still doing it, still doing well, qualifying, racing in Kona, like that's inspiring to me.
Oh yeah.
And that despite our niggly injuries, we still get out of bed and think we can do this because we see you guys killing it out there on the race course. And I mean, I'll never get to a level of a Brian Dunn, but I'd like to think that, if I work hard enough, maybe I can do it. I can't.
Yeah, Dave's on this chat.
Yeah,
I can't. Dude, Dave, it's awesome. Dave crushed it in Kona, and one of the, even though Doug's my boss, when it comes to Team Zoot, I give out the orders on some things, and one of the things I did tell everyone that was in Kona, I said, hey, I want you guys to get to know one person on Team Zoot that you don't know. I want their name, first and last name, and where they came from, and a little bit about them. And Doug, Dave Miller he crushed it. So,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. So I hope the run went well for you, which is rad.
You made it to the finish line.
We made it to the finish line, which is pretty cool. I mean, it is inspiring to see you guys, and we do get a kick out of it, and it does really, just like any of our pros, we want to see everyone do well and have fun and just, like it's fun, and it feels good to feel good, right? Like it is addicting. It's a dopamine hit. Like we're humans, we're primal animals, and there's a lot of things that drag us down in this world. We got schedules, appointments, bills, taxes, you name it, right? And one thing that is a real pleasure is getting out there and breathing hard and running and sweating and doing all the stuff we do. So let's get back to Doug. So Doug, I want to talk a little bit about and let the Team Zooters know a little bit about your story, how you got into the sport of triathlon, how you got into the business of triathlon, and then how you climbed the ladder to what you're doing right now.
All right. Well, I think the business of triathlon and me getting into triathlon are actually closely related. I mean, obviously being an Aussie, I love sport. I love to travel. My work journey took me, I started straight out of uni. I went into chartered accounting, had the opportunity to work overseas, worked in the UK, worked in Canada in various accounting roles. Met my wife in Canada, traveled through Central and South America for a year after we got married. And when I dragged her back to Australia, when I was looking for work again, I just said to a recruiter I was working with, I just want to work in a finance role in the sporting industry. Find me something in the sporting industry. And just by chance, there was a little burgeoning triathlon company in Australia called 2XU or 2XU, as some of you may know it. That had been around for just a couple of years when I moved back to Australia, and was fortunate enough I got the financial controller role there, and just was with that company through its huge growth phase in Australia and the rest of the world, which I'd like to think that I had a small piece in helping them get there.
Of course.
And about, I guess,
big piece, bro. Big piece. Give yourself some more credit.
Not quite.
Give yourself some more credit.
Had a role in that, and just grew the company. And about 5 years into that role, I had an opportunity to move to the US. We bought out our distributor, and we were going to open up 2XU North America. So I came over. That was now 12 and a half years ago. I moved. Thankfully, 2XU is just down the road here in Carlsbad. Helped set up the office there. During the same time, I helped set up the Canadian office and also an office in the UK. And then got to about 10 years with 2XU, and to be honest, I was probably done as much as I could. And new CEO decided to move the office up to LA. I heard they had a really crappy baseball team up there, so I didn't want to move to LA. So I thought it was a good time for me to part ways after 10 great years there. And just through a colleague, I just had a chance meeting with Sean and Dan, who were the owners at the time of Zoot. Just asked them about what their plans were for the company and what they wanted to do with it, and realized that there was potentially a role for me there. So convinced them to hire me.
Wait, I'm going to interrupt for a second. So you told me something a long time ago, and I still remember. This is pretty cool. Do you remember what you told me that you told Dan and Sean, who were the owners at the time?
It was probably a bit cocky.
It was, yeah. But it was awesome.
I said something along the lines, and this is true, actually. I said, I love what you're doing, but what you're missing to get there is me.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't trying to be cocky. It was just they needed someone who was more financially and operationally based. Sean's obviously amazing at product. Dan had the factory under lockdown. He's amazing with factories. But they were just kind of missing someone with finance and ops experience.
100% true, which we needed. And Doug obviously is doing a really great job here as well, and paramount to the growth that we've had over the past 7 years. And then was basically the CFO, COO of Zoot. And then, as many of you probably know, about a year ago, well, it's actually almost exactly a year ago now, we got 70% acquired by MVC Italy, which is the owners of the Castelli cycling brand.
And as part of that changeover, I put my hand up to be the CEO now of Zoot. So now I'm the CEO of Zoot, and I'm also the CEO of North American branch of Castelli Cycling as well. So pretty full on roll, to say the least, but both companies have got great growth plans. Zoot in particular, we've got some great things coming over the next year and beyond that. And so really exciting time once again to be with Zoot. Like I thought the last 5 years was great, but the next 5 years is going to be even more exciting for the brand.
Yeah, and let's kind of go right into that. What the next steps are. Many of you guys have seen the announcement that we did a couple weeks ago when we were in Kona about the Ironman re-signing with the Ironman group as the official
triathlon and cycling apparel partner.
So we are back. We're back, baby. Globally this time, which is really cool. We learned a lot of stuff from the last go around. I lived through it, which was Doug was at the tail end of it before last time, and fortunately we are a brand that survived the Ironman partnership and actually we're striving afterwards. And so they needed stuff. Their athletes needed stuff. A lot of you guys have been barking as well that they need some good quality stuff. So we're back in the ring with Ironman, starting now. We're already making stuff for them, but really the cool thing is how we're going to activate with you guys next year when you do see us at events. So Doug, you want to talk a little bit about that?
For the partnership, I mean, certainly the way you see Zoot when we do go to events is going to be different to what it has been before. We're not going to now go there with a booth to try and sell product. We can't actually sell product anymore because we'll be competing with Ironman. So we're now, when we go to events, you'll either see us, it might be a smaller event where one of us is actually in the Ironman tent helping Ironman with the product that we've made for them, or more likely, especially the Pro Series events in both the US and Europe, we'll be there in an expo sense, but as a more experiential area where we'll showcase the history of the brand, new products that are featured in the Ironman booth, and we're going to have a real Team Zoot focus as well as part of that plan. Like we'll have an area where Team Zooters can meet. We'll probably lead runs or events out of that area as well. So we'll still be there. We'll still be representing, but not going to be selling product anymore at those events.
It's really cool because what it does is it gives us the people at events. It gives us more time to do more stuff with Team Zooters, even like getting invited out to like a dinner or something that with some people, and going on a ride after. Now that we don't have to set up at the expo, and we'll still be there, but it'll be less focused on the other customers in there. So it'll give us a little bit more leeway to do more fun things with you guys, which is pretty cool. Except for Arizona, we're like fire sailing stuff. If you guys happen to be in Arizona next week or anyone around Tempe, I mean, we're kind of coinciding our Black Friday. I was like in the rafters yesterday, like pulling out like just old. Like we're blowing stuff out in Arizona. I think we just have to get rid. We've been looking at it for way too long, so there's going to be some fire sales going on.
This is
in
it.
Arizona.
The last time we'll be selling at events for a few years.
Yeah,
at Ironman events.
No, La Quinta. So we have two more.
Okay.
Two more for the calendar, and then we're doing. And it does. I saw a comment. I think it's from Catherine about giveaways. Which yes, we are going to be doing some more giveaways. I believe last year we gave away 200 I want to say 216 or 270 Ironman entries, and that was all through Team Zoot. Okay, so it is imperative, and we've sent this information out before. If you guys still haven't logged in, if you're new to Team Zoot or you've been on Team Zoot, please go check your Ironman profile. So go up to Ironman, click the profile box, and make sure your club affiliation is with Team Zoot. And if it's not, email them and just be like, hey, I need to change it to Team Zoot, because what that does is it gives us for every I forgot the numbers, but every group like threshold of that Team Zooters register for any particular race, it earns us free entries. to the same race and different races. So what I'll do most likely in January of this next year, as you guys are starting to plan your events, I will give our team captains how many entries we have so far for the year to raffle off for you guys, which is really fun. I mean, I think the Ironman entries are like close to, it depends on the race, like close to $1,000. In some places, it's pretty expensive. Sure. Yeah. So yes, there are going to be some giveaways. So, but I do lean on you guys as well to make sure that your team affiliation is with Zoot, and that's just like, that's fun stuff for us to do. Like, it's really fun to give away entries. It's one of the things that I really enjoy doing, and seeing people and training and stuff. It's really rad, because obviously this is an expensive sport. We understand it, and anything we could do, and all these little perks that we could give you guys. And it's not even us giving it to you; it's you guys giving it to you. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and also besides the teams, I mean, into our new Ironman contract, we also have, like, I think an extra 40 slots to events that we plan to give away to Team Zooters. So there will, I mean, I'll leave you to decide how we disseminate those, but we should have tons of entries next year that, you know, are going to go to Team Zooters, because that's who we want to get them. So
yeah, Team Zooters that are cool, involved, that want to race, and you guys, you know, all you guys obviously that are tuned in here are you know, part of that group, which is really cool. What else? And we're going to plan on, I mean, at least right now, I think we're going to plan on our team race this year being St. George in May. So if I can run, I'm going to do it. Doug's going to do it. Sean's going to do it. We're going to do, you know, our captains. Well, actually, I don't know if I'm going to do it. Yeah, I might be too busy, but it'll be our captains of weekend event, where we basically invite our captains out and take care of them for the week, and cheer you guys on. Some captains will probably race, some captains won't, but that will be our kind of our main team event for next year. It's easy to get to. You can fly in and out of Vegas, which is, there's a lot of factors when we decide these things. And we've done Oregon the last couple of years, and this last year it proved a little more difficult for transportation and getting your bikes from the airport. And now with Tri-Bike Transport no longer being, it's just added another layer to the onion, which was pretty hard. So Vegas, though, you can fly to Vegas about an hour to St. George, and then there's plenty of spaces. We always stay at the Ledges, which is just north a little bit, which is nice and cool. So we're going to do some fun stuff. And so if you're in St. George, I look forward to having a beer with you, at least, or a coffee, or whatever we can do, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, we haven't completely worked out our schedule for next year, but I think we're definitely going to go to Ironman Texas, which we haven't done before.
Yeah.
Someone was asking about the East Coast. Maryland's on our list too of events that we want to hit next year. So,
are we going to Wisconsin maybe, or is that too close to Kona?
I
love that race.
Maybe not, but for USAT, we'll definitely go to Milwaukee.
Oh yeah, we'll see you guys. The short courses in Milwaukee. That was a cool spot.
Which is probably a good segue to make another announcement here. This one is not. This one. Have we? Yeah, we have announced it. No?
It'll go on the 12th, but you can announce it.
I'm going to announce it to Team Zooters.
I mean,
for those of you who
they expect it.
For the Americans that are on this call, happy to report that Zoot will once again be partnered with USAT for another 4 years.
Partnered. Partnered, yeah. I thought you said like parted.
No, we have not parted ways. We have re-signed with USAT for another 4 years. So we will be providing the apparel, the team race suit once again, and this time we will actually, well, we already were, but now we're fully taking control of the race, the parade uniforms as well. So. So they will be looking very cool as well.
That's for you, Joni Briganti.
Yeah.
If you're watching this one later.
Good old Joni.
Good old Joni.
So yeah, we're doing that for 4 years as well, which is awesome. So they're obviously a really great partner for us, and someone that we value having a good partnership with, and being a US brand, it's a really important relationship for us. So we've locked that down for 4 years. So for those of you who race for the US as well, I hope you happy with that announcement as well.
Yeah, so a lot of things happening for you guys, and again, the only thing that this really, does for you guys is like it gives us more perks. We're going to give more giveaways to these kind of events. Maybe not USAT, but the Ironman stuff for sure. And then with the power of the team, and then to all of our new team members that are in Canada that may be joining, it's really cool because it attracts so many really cool partners too. And we like stuff like, I dig gear, I dig bikes, like I dig all that stuff. It's just fun. Every few years I'm like, I gotta not that I need a bike, but like I gotta change a bottom bracket. I gotta do something, right? Like I enjoy this stuff, new classes, things like that. So what the power of this team and this large team does is, on top of support on race day and, out there, which is really cool. And good gear. Let's not forget about that at a good price. But it does attract all these really cool partners. And we met with a couple new ones in Kona. And that just like, hey, how do we get involved with Team Zoot? How do we get involved with Team Zoot? And so there might be some more info coming. I'm looking at a shoe brand that really wants to be part of Team Zoot. And then this new, I forgot what they're called, but they were basically like a better inside tracker, because that was kind of hard. That didn't really work out, but they do blood stuff and, help to get to know your physiology a little bit better leading up to a big event, so you guys could crush it. So, I think that's it. What are we missing? Training camp. We hit the training camp. Should we talk about, do you want to talk about shirts or not? Because they're not coming out yet.
Of course. Always good to tease new products.
So all this, so go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I think you might have mentioned the last chat last week, but we have, just so you know, we never rest on our laurels at Zoot. We have tons of new product coming out next year. We're completely relaunching our core range of products. The updates on the core line are freaking amazing. It's a brand new fabric. It's new designs. That's going to be really amazing, especially for the for a lot of people who are just coming into the sport, or people who are more price conscious. I think that product's going to be amazing. Whole complete revamp of all of our wetsuits. We're going to have a new low end wetsuit, but also at the top end, completely redesigning and changing those suits as well. So they're coming out. New casual range of product, new elite range of product.
The casual stuff. This will come out after Black Friday because it's brand new, and obviously we don't make it, so it won't be ready yet, but it'll come out for the holiday season. But we made some really cool like tees, and
I've actually got one on.
I got one on too.
If we're wearing
the same one.
No, you're wearing black.
I know, but it could be the same.
Which one are you wearing? No.
All right. Ta-da. Yeah, we are. No, that's the same one.
That is the same one.
Oh my gosh. So show the back of it, Doug. So like all this cool stuff, and it's like high quality cotton, organic. I don't know if it's organic. Some of them are, but they feel really good. They're not cheap, and the designs are really cool. So that stuff will be coming. We want to really try to make stuff that's more, you guys, we want you guys to shine at your coffee shop or at the restaurant, and like you guys are badass. And like you're triathletes, man. So like own it,
And this is just one of many designs too. I think there's at least 4 or 5 different designs of product we're doing.
It was funny because today when I hurt my back in the gym, I thought about this because I had got a massive squeeze bottle from Hoka. We were at an event at a coffee shop on race day in Kona, and Hoka was sponsoring it. And they gave away these I still like swag too. And it was a squeeze bottle like the big Gatorade ones you see on the sidelines of like the NFL and stuff. But it wasn't Gatorade. It wasn't Nike. It was Hoka. And I was at the gym, and like, it was really cool because someone asked me about it and asked me if I was a runner. And it's the same thing with the Zoot brand, which we try to show is when someone sees it or when they see Zoot, and it happens to me too, in my neighborhood, they know you guys not as you're separating yourselves from just the Joe Schmoes that are buying something at Dick's Sporting Goods, right? Because you guys are pretty cool. You're in the know, you're in the tribe, which is fun. I did see a message. I think it was Sean is asking where the Ironman entry giveaways are. Sean, pay attention to probably the best spot right now is your regional Facebook page. So your captains, what I usually do is I give away each region a set amount of entries for the year, depending if it's obviously like if it's a race like Ironman Texas, I'm going to give those entries to the Texas captain to give away. And some regions have less races, like Mountain, for instance. I think they only have Boulder in their region. And so I'll give them a couple other races around the country, but they will usually put that information out on Facebook first. Some captains do newsletters, so it's really kind of up to you guys, and it pays to be paying attention, I should say, right?
Active.
Yeah, totally active within the community and stuff. So that's where that information will come. And maybe I'll send an email out from HQ this year just to do something different so no one misses out if we think of a good strategy to do. And then what else? Crowy Camp. Hands up if you want to go to the Crowy Camp. Hands up. Come on, this is gonna be so rad. This resort is so just to go.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I might go to a swim and then I'll skip something and then no, I'm just joking. But it's a pretty cool thing. So
do we need to go through a couple of these comments?
Yeah, for sure. Which ones?
Jenna and Catherine, I see your message about the pocket design. I will follow that up with Sean. Obviously, I don't wear tri-bras myself, but that to me sounds like a great idea, and clearly people want
a pocket in the race suit.
I think the pocket in the
tri-bra.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's already one in the run.
Yeah, the run bra. Well, I think I'll let Doug talk about it, but I think just having the pockets in the race suit and the racer back and on the shorts, it might. I mean, I don't know if you like that. I mean, that might be
just quick access.
Yeah, quick access. That's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Brian, I saw your comments. Yes, there will be more party shirts. I think pretty much every new design we come out with now will include some sort of party shirt version of that. So that will come. We've talked about the underwear before. We've got a new range of underwear coming.
Yep. So if you guys saw the reels in Kona,
you saw the people who did the.
That was the test event, and it worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
But man, they're cozy. I have 2 pairs, and I wear them all the time, which is really cool. What else? Yep, the bra. I'm speaking from usage and functionality. All right, cool. Yeah, we like that stuff. Who's someone I see a comment? Where's that place?
I think they're talking about the Monolani.
It's about 30 to 40 minutes north of Kona proper in Hawaii, which is pretty cool. What else? Dana, shout out to Dana, crushing it at Ironman California. Whoop whoop. Our captain from our co-captain, one of our captains from the mountain region, so which is pretty cool. We need underwear for Topu. For those of you guys that are doing Topu, we are not going to be there as a brand. We do have a few team captains that are going and racing. Christina from SoCal, Ashley from Mid-Atlantic, and Nick from Northeast, I know are going. So we're going to at least do a team picture, a get together, probably shakeout run, which is pretty cool.
I think we should shout out Ashley. She qualified for Kona next year.
Yeah, Ashley just destroyed. She's not, I don't see her on here. So, but and Team Para, Rob, we're not forgetting about you guys. Ashley did 10:30, I think, in Florida, which is really cool. She got her spot for Kona, which is rad. And then she might get married there, which is what she said. And I was like, man, just don't overload your plate, yo. But she is a beast in all the best ways, which is really cool. Also, too, if there's any Canadian viewers at the moment, or you guys are watching this later, Canada's going to take us some time. At first, we wanted to welcome you guys into the fold. We didn't really have a full thought out plan. It was mostly because the last few years we've just been getting so many queries about people wanting to be on Team Zoot that live in Canada. And they're like, I don't care. I raced in the USA. I just want to be part of Team Zoot. So when I come to these races, there's, like I'm part of a community at the event. So we opened it up for Canada. We will eventually be making regions in Canada and giving Canada team captains and trying to grow that area as well. So more people in the Great White North. Yes, Dana did start. Shout out to Dana too, by the way. Dana, if you ever need like, hey, I know I sent you a wetsuit, but whatever else you need, she does so much stuff, which is really cool. Dana did set up a Canada Facebook page for the Team Zooters up there. So we are working on Canada, and we will continue to work on it. It's just probably going to take some time.
Look, there's Don and Jesse from Canada.
Yeah, what's up, Jesse? Don like sounds fast. He's got a picture of him on his profile, like in the TT position. Oh man, which is pretty cool.
And Don and Jesse, just so you know, A, my wife's Canadian. B, my dad's Canadian. I lived in Vancouver for 6 years, so Canada means a lot to me. So we are definitely going to make Canada work and grow Team Zoot in Canada.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. Plus, I like, BC is pretty dope. I did Whistler once when I used to live in Seattle. We would go there all the time.
Whistler. I still have heart palpitations about Whistler. Whistler is the one and only full Ironman I've ever done in my life. And it's safe to say that I'll blame work. I was undertrained, had never ever cramped on the bike before, was cramping on the bike before I even got on the run. And then
doesn't Doug sound like a true triathlete right now?
Then I had to walk. Then I had to pretty much walk the full Ironman, but I did not stop and I made it.
That's good.
I have my medal. My kids were there at the line.
That's all. That's all that counts. I mean, do you actually ever do a race? Does it? I mean, this is what I wish for all you guys this year is you guys to do one race. I don't care if it's a sprint. I don't care if it's Olympic, full Ironman. I don't care. You guys want to do one race and just be like, no, I friggin' nailed it. I felt good the whole time. I have fun. I was just crushing. That is my goal for each and every one of you this year. And because usually it's me, I sound like Doug. Well, I got sick before.
Can we post this comment here?
Doug is not sharing excuses, just reasons.
Okay.
Paul,
That's right.
Come on, bro. Don't suck up to Doug. Come on. Anyway, again, welcome everyone. And if you guys are watching or listening to this later today, we love you guys. Keep doing it. We are excited, and I'm excited. I think hopefully my hair will be full white at some point in time. My point is I want to keep doing this for a long time and seeing you guys crush. And it is really cool that something that we are building and have been building. And I give it all to you guys as, you guys are the best part of my job. Okay. For sure. 100% best part of my job. Best part. Yeah. Plus, Doug says that that is worth more than money can pay.
More than a pay raise.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. It is actually like some of the friendships, obviously, goes without saying, that I've made with people on Team Zoot through Team Zoot is worth a lot. So hopefully you'll see you guys at least in St. George or some race along the way. But big shout out to you guys. Give your guys a big pat on the back. I know it's getting cold. Think about Kona. We're going into winter, and it's also like, guys, it's okay to slack off for a little bit. Like, it's okay to just chill and sleep in. I've been sleeping so good lately because it's starting to finally get cold. I'm like cozy, So it's totally okay. You guys don't have to get up every morning and go do something gnarly. Give yourself a break. We'll get back into it. We'll use Kona as a big kind of kickoff.
You sleeping in is exactly why I keep passing you on the run on these Ironman events.
Doug's on my time. The last 2 Oregons, he's a little scared is the reality of it. So, I'm coming for you. So anyway, last year my goal was sub 5 in a 70.3. I'm sorry.
That's ambitious.
Sub 6. Yes.
What's your goal next year?
No, sub 5.
Sub 5?
Yeah, I did 5:10 in Oregon.
Yeah, that was within a very...
Whatever, I don't care. No, it doesn't... Yeah, there was a downriver swim. I understand that, but it was also like you had to run like 5,000 yards like in transition. So there's always something, right? And it was raining. I still went 5:10, so I didn't quite hit my sub 5. But this year, I'm setting my expectation a little bit more reasonable. Sub 6, sub 6 this year.
I will join you in that goal.
So anyway, we really appreciate it, guys. Doug, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I'm sure these guys loved hearing a little bit about what makes Doug run, which is pretty cool. Competition, guys. All you got to do is challenge them on something, and that's what gets them kicking. So anyway, really appreciate everyone. And yeah, we'll see you in a couple weeks. We'll see you in Arizona if we don't. All right, later, guys. Let me go out to outro music.